was it clear from the start how you were going to differentiate innie Mark and outie Mark, and like how physically, how vocally, how extreme to go in kind of differentiating it?
Well, I mean, you know, the first sort of instinct for any actor, maybe, at least for me, was like, oh, okay, one of them should have, you know, a special walk, and the other one should have like a mustache and a hat, and, you know, but, you know, we kind of felt from the beginning, Dan and Ben and I, really, that it should feel like the same guy, but just like different sections of the same guy, sort of like how you have, you know, you behave differently if you're visiting home with your family or if you're at a party with complete strangers. You know, everybody has a few different sort of personas you can just throw on at a moment's notice, and this is sort of that, but also sort of not. It's just the same person. So yeah, one of them has had 40 odd years of life experience and joy and sorrow and all the things that go with a full life. And the other one is, for all intents and purposes, 2.5 years old. So we kind of had to find, it was kind of a matter of just like subtracting experience or adding experience. And, you know, finding the kind of that transformation in the elevator and sort of figuring that out really helped, you know, define the corners of each of the sections of the character.
Yeah, so let's talk about the elevator transition, because some of that is achieved through what I guess you guys call a Zolly.
Yeah,
right?
Zolly, yeah.
Right, which is, I assume, a dolly and a zoom contraption
Sure.
combined. But part of it's performance too. So again, did you go through different iterations, how extreme to go? And what are you doing? Like in your head, when it's time to do it, what do you do?
Right. It was a big question because it so easily could be corny and not work. So we tried it probably a couple hundred times. I don't know, just kept experimenting till we found what worked. Ben just had this kind of mini elevator set off to the side wherever we would be shooting, where when we had time, we would go and just try a few out and see what started to gel and what started to work. And it is that zoom dolly shot that, you know, it's very famous in Jaws when Roy Scheider kind of first sees the shark for the first time, where you're dollying in while zooming out or dollying back while zooming in. So it creates this effect. So we're doing that, and Ben sort of had the idea to kind of maybe we flutter the eyes back, maybe that. So we tried a variety of different things. Many of them did not work and were corny, but we did eventually land on this thing. And for me, just going from one to the other, it's just a matter of, it's sort of like a math problem. It's just kind of scooping out a certain amount of experience and feeling and kind of, I don't know, distilling it down to the basics, and then going up, you're just kind of adding all of this stuff and kind of weighing down with everything that comes with living in the outside world. I don't know, it's a hard thing to sort of put into words, but I usually need to do it several times before I feel like it's any good or not weird.
Have you had to teach new members of the cast the art of of going up and down the elevator?
No, everybody's really great at it and probably got it way quicker than I did.